What's good? What's good?
What's up, man? We missed you last week. Well, I did.
Yeah,
Chris isn't here, as you can see. You said vicious, but I missed you.
yeah, man. I got caught with a bad like science infection, guys, because of the weather in Jersey. Like it flipped. I went from like cold to hot, and then went right back to cold. I was
Oh,
like, yep,
man.
yeah,
I hate that. That's kind of how it is here in Texas. It's like it'll be cold, like super cold one day, and now it's like hot. Now I'm in shorts. I'm in shorts and a
yeah,
t-shirt. It's just like I mean, it's
yep,
great, but then then it'll get cold at night, and then it's like okay, it's like fluctuating. I can't stand that
yeah,
because
exactly.
I have an AC in my upstairs room that I normally work out of and do my shooting. And it's like this morning it was like 55 degrees in there. I was like, oh my gosh. It's like because it'll just get so cold,
Yeah,
in the
mhm.
as the cold sits up there, and then when it gets hot, heat
Yeah, right.
rises, and
Mhm.
so it's just like it's like no win for that. So,
Yeah.
but you
All right,
feeling
but
good? You feeling better though? All
yeah,
better?
yep. Back to active status. So
All
yeah,
right.
let's kick it off.
Cool, 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 cool.
So, welcome everyone to this week's show of Geeked Out Live, hosted by me, Night Terrors, and my co-host Emerald Knight.
What's going
What's up,
on, man?
Pepe? What's up, Pepe? What's good,
Pepe,
man?
what's up, bro?
What's good? Okay, so let's get into it. What is the most recent toy you've picked up? I'll go first. So, to John's delight, and I
Oh, what
got
do you got?
I got this. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's like Ariza Ha.
Man, I mean, you don't even like, yeah. I mean, I love Mythic Legions, but yeah, the names, I'm just horrible with it.
Yeah, dude, this one's beast. I love this one. Um,
Nice.
because they had like before this came out, they had the yellow, blue, and I think they had another demon that looks almost like it, but this guy he looks like tougher in the face. He looks more like vicious. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
I
Now,
like
was
this.
that the in stock sale, or where did you get them?
No,
Or
I got this through One Stop Toy Shop.
okay,
I got he had it, he has his stuff free shipping. So whenever I can, I get basically I'll wait if for Mythic Legions I don't feel like throwing the money up for. I'll just get it through him because it's like no,
yeah.
it's basically the cheapest retail price you can get. But yeah, man, this guy's awesome. I shot him. I haven't posted it yet, but I already shot him and it's mad fun, man. I like the effects. He comes with the two green magic effects that go over the wrists,
Hmm.
and he has the huge staff that has the what's that thing called? The where it's like a sand in the glass bubbles that is supposed to like what I'm talking about? Hourglass,
Oh,
hourglass.
hourglass. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow, I haven't had to say that word in such a long time. Yes, an hourglass. But yeah, he's definitely dope. And then on top of him, I also grabbed, of course, the myth, the legend himself,
Uh oh,
Poxus.
Poxus. There
Now
he is.
this definitely met my expectations. Like, absolutely love the sculpt. Like, just a beast. Like, it comes with also a cloth hood that you put around the neck, which is dope. It does come with the little halo. I took out the halo, but it comes with a little ring halo in the back that you tuck in.
Okay.
The bow. Uh, yeah, man. I will admit that, like people said, trying to get it in the shooting pose was definitely a challenge because, especially if you're using the bow with the wings, because
Hmm.
obviously they're small, fragile parts. But with some patience, I got a pretty decent shot. It definitely wasn't like absolutely the exact mark I wanted to hit, but I got close to it. So I'm ready. Excited to post that pic.
Sweet, sweet.
So I got those two Mythic Legion guys. Aside from all a bunch of Mythic Legion figs I ordered that I haven't gotten yet. Thank God. I'm scared to get them. Like I feel like, especially because I ordered both those in stock. Well, all right. So the first purchase, I went into the store. I bought the three fat phalanx, where I pronounce it, vampires,
Phalanx. Yeah, yeah.
and one golden knight. And I said, okay, that's done. I'm let me be good. And then like, because they left it open for so long, I had the two trolls in my cart, and I was just like, I kept procrastinating. And then when I got sick, like that, definitely wasn't in the mood to buy anything.
Yeah.
But like right when I recover is exactly when the ice troll sold out. So I'm like, I guess FOMO hit me, and I went ahead and I bought the Brontis. troll direct from them, and I was like, all right, well, if I'm gonna buy a troll, I might as well just sprinkle some doodads on top of it. So I got two of the shadow orcs. I got two instead of three, so I think that's a W at least. And then I got a Templar Relic Knight, and I was lucky. Shout out to One Stop Toy Shop. I reached out to him, and he gave me an ice troll for about basically a little bit more than the in stock sale price, and I was which is a sweet deal because retails like 160, 170.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, I can get up
so
there.
yeah, he helped me out. So I situated that FOMO. I said, what, might as well. There's only like four trolls out. So now I had three of the four, and all I need right now is the forest troll if I ever wanted to be a completionist. But I think I'm going to say like hold out till Legion Con when we all meet up, and just like because that'll be more like a pleasant like, oh look what I picked up. You know what I mean? Boom, boom. I carry that around. So
Oh, that's gonna be awesome, man.
yeah, man.
Well, you also have to get like a whole bunch of other stuff there while at LegionCon too. I imagine you're gonna have like at least 5 boxes walking out of there, man. I mean, because
I'm
you're
scared. I can't. I can't.
it's your neck of the woods, so you can walk out. I mean, you can go to your house, come back to the convention center, and just kind of make that trip back and forth like that, man. Because I mean, I know at PowerCon there was ton. I mean, they were basically taking the boxes that they brought, that they had the figures in to
Hmm.
display, and then they were like, "All right, anybody needs a box?" And everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I'll take a box." And I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
What do you need a box for?" Oh yes, to buy everything, to put everything in. And there's people coming out of there with like 5, 6 boxes, man, of just like
Jesus.
stuff that they bought. And I'm like, that's gonna be KT. I bet you, like he's gonna go
Nah,
in there.
man,
He's
I don't have the money to support all that. I mean, I'll definitely walk out with a few toys, but I definitely not boxes. But yeah, man, I had the stone troll over there. I didn't I forgot to grab it, but I'll grab it eventually. And then I got this guy, which I was super hyped. The Mezco, uh, what's it called? The Colt variant of Bartholomew Vex.
mm, nice.
Now, yeah, I'll comment on this figure,
Uh-oh.
and I'll be real about it. So the great, color wise, I like it. I think yeah, definitely it probably could have used more of a black wash on the red to make it a little more gritty. I
Yeah, because
acknowledge that.
it's kind of just flat red. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. It is flat red.
Yeah.
It's could be better, but I mean it's my type of toy, so I still like it
Hmm.
for what it is. I will say that the horns would have been cooler if it was colored actually like bone color. That would have been a cool contrast.
Yeah.
Um, the only they I only think my only real complaint about this figure as a fan of the character is that I wish it came with instructions on how to put the ensemble together because the what I found out the hard way was that you can only put this hood over the horns on one certain head sculpt. So what I
Oh.
did is the neutral. This is the neutral head sculpt.
Hmm.
So what I did when I was shooting, obviously I like to go with emotion. So I grabbed the angry head, and apparently the angry head sculpt, the ears, I don't want. I see. I can't take it out, but the ears behind the horns, like they flail out more, I guess.
Right. Right. Yep.
So I'm using that head. I'm trying to get as you can see, there's holes in the on the hood, but they're small as hell. So I'm trying to get these holes over the horns, and it wasn't going clean over the horn. Like I would get it over the horn, but then the ears would be pointing, like almost puncturing the hood.
Puncture. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so I was sitting there like confused and like frustrated. I'm like, what the hell am I doing wrong here? And then and then no one did any reviews on YouTube. That was like the another L was like I didn't have anyone to like help me, walk through
Wow.
it. So I was like, shit, I'm in the dark. So then it just clicked and I found out like on my own. I was like, oh, that's why. It only works on one certain head sculpt. So I went back in, I re-put this head in, the hood, and then I totally forgot about this piece. This is a separate piece from the robe.
Mm.
Completely forgot about this. So I had to do it over again. So
God, I hate when that happens.
these holes are a little bit jacked up and stretched out. So what I did is I reached out to Mesco. I said, look, like I was like I was just real. I was like, look, like listen, I need a, a brand new robe and whatever this is called, thing over it, and they're like, yeah, we'll send it out. I'm like, oh, thank God. So, but other than that, it needed instructions on how to put the wardrobe on. It's very cool. I like the colors. Obviously, like I said, it could have been more grittier, but you know, I can't complain as a fan of like the character Baphomet or
Yeah.
any kind of horror theme. So it's cool. I took some really dope shots. And I'll show you more accessories from it. One second. They just all fell out. Okay.
Oh, nothing broke, did it?
No, no, no. We're straight. All right. So this was the head. This is the type of head that like got in the way. So this is
Okay,
the
I see.
lasting one. If you see the ears flail out, but on the neutral
Yep.
one, the ears are rusted. So that's a tip for anyone who has it or has it coming. Only put the hood on the head that it comes with. Do not swap it out and try to put the hood on. And this was the one that did the damage because the ears stick out in
Mm,
the back. They don't fall. They don't just like rest. So
yeah.
that's what got me on that weird like hiccup. But the accessories, you have the
That's weird.
cool.
That's weird that they would do that though. I mean, because
Yeah,
it's like you would think that you could have the
exactly.
hood on all the heads, but
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Maybe someone will do a review and maybe discover something different. But from
mm,
what I gather, that was my hypothesis. But you get the vulture head, the alternate head sculpt, cool
that's
blue
nice. That's
eyes.
nice.
Again, it definitely I could have used a little bit more. They could have colored the beak at least, but it is what it is. Um, and the power effects. So you got the instead of I believe it was like purple. The magic effects are in a blue and red, almost like a candy blue. Someone did make complaints and said that it looks too candy-ish, which I get it. If you're not a big fan of the character, I can see why you would get a gripe with that. But other than that, I mean, I like blue, so it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
it's a, it is a plus for me. So yeah. So pretty much it has everything that the original does. It just doesn't have. I mean, I'm sorry. It just has the cloak that's special about this. Like I said, it has these instructions for the effects, but it
But
had
none for
no
the head.
no instructions on how to put the robe on. So it is what it is. I have a replacement coming, so I'll have a more mint version of my because I have OCD. When it comes to like
Yeah, yeah.
my soft good toys, so like I need them to be like in pristine condition.
Yeah, but
So
you get a
yeah.
whole new figure though, man. It's like I mean, just like the other stuff. It's like, man, you
Yeah, and
kind of
honestly, I didn't really damage it per se. I know I stretched out the holes more than they should have been
yeah.
stretched, so that alone bothers me for what it is. But yeah, but other than that, love it. I love I love like satanic horror stuff. I think that's just like because like we talked about on the show. I grew up
Mm,
Catholic, so like while I'm not a current practicing Catholic, like that's always been like a weird like taboo kind of like the little kid in me is like I have like a very Cuban and religious mom, so I'm used to her yelling at me
yeah.
in Spanish and like all that stuff. So like I'm like you know what I mean.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
but that's all for me though. What about you?
Oh, me? Let's see here. For me, like to start off with now, I can't remember so I kept calling him I think Grave Knight, but I think that's the form of the name of the faction or the name of the actual line. But this is
Mm.
um I call him pretty much the Predator cosmic because he's kind of had the
Yeah.
kind of have like the Predator look going on.
Mm.
Um actually got him off of Hello Dope Toys, and big shout out to them. They've always actually, pretty I'm pretty cool with them, Ted
Mm.
and the crew out there. So they're real cool and real fast shipping too, real fast. And I've been seeing this guy a lot in photos, in some of the collabs I'm in. So I was just like, you know what?
Mm.
He seems like a good villain, and I feel like I don't have any real good villains for my cosmic line. I think I'm getting a
Well,
lot of heroes.
his faction is like, I mean, out of all the made up lore they made, like his faction is the only one that kind of seems badass. Like I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie, the other descriptions of the other characters is like, oh, this guy's a security guard. It's like
yeah.
you couldn't have spiced that up a little bit.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I get that, and it's just, but man, I was yeah, some of those pieces, obviously, you get the little notice saying you got to heat everything up, and so I
Yeah.
did that, but everything else never didn't have any problems, didn't have any breakage or anything like that.
Mhm.
So like the fact that his guns, he's got like the two holes on the side, so you can get basically holster his guns. He's
Mhm.
got one on the back here, so
Oh yeah, that's right. The pegs, the little yeah.
yeah, the little pegs. Yeah, that's kind of little cool little things that they add. Because I remember when I first got my first Cosmo, I was like, "What are these pegs for?" And I tossed them the first time. I didn't know what they were. I thought they were
Really?
just like, yeah. Then I found out later, like, oh, it's for the guns. Because I was like looking at, so I had to go dig in the trash and be like, oh man, I can't find those now. So I think it was
You
the
lost them?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
that
but I mean,
sucks.
but I have so many more after getting so many other cosmics. It's like I can just like swap them out. It's no big
Yeah.
deal. I think it was the yeah, it was actually at PowerCon. So the first cosmics I
Wall tour?
got what
No.
no, it's the blue hair girl, with
Oh,
kinda like the
her.
shade, like,
Mhm. Mhm.
on the side, got the
Yeah.
hair over here.
She has
So
the Demi Lovato
yeah,
haircut.
yeah, yeah. But no, it was actually I got those at PowerCon, my
Mhm.
first cosmics, and that's when I was in the hotel room, and I was trying to I was seeing if I could pack everything in the box, and I'm like, "Oh, this ain't gonna work." So I
Yeah.
need to kind of figure something out. Thankfully, I bought baggies with me so I can, I could stow them away that way. But I just took the boxes and I was like, well, because I don't keep any of my mythic stuff, so I just
Yeah.
tossed it. And then when I got home and I was like, got to really play with them, I was like, oh, that's what those things are for. Oh man, they're in a hotel back in Columbus. It's like, well, they're gone.
Mhm.
Um, next one I got was you might like this one. It's the Liza or Leger.
Oh, the Asian guy, right?
Yeah, yeah,
It's the
yeah,
Asian
yeah.
elf.
If you want to be
Right.
PC about yeah.
So I mean, is the guy supposed to be Asian? Like that was just my assumption.
So yeah, actually, I think it was Dork Layer's review. He mentioned that he was an actual almost like a commission almost. It was like maybe somebody who's this gentleman, whose face they got. I think
Yeah.
maybe he was like wealthy, or he's like, hey, can y'all make the figure out of me? That's kind of what I got from Dork Layer's review of him. But yeah, and I mean, I don't know. Maybe Oz, and I see him in the chat. He said, "Great pickup, Novian Lee." Yeah, there you go. That was the
Mhm.
cosmic, so I'm never gonna remember that. I may
Mhm.
just say lean, just call him lean in my photos.
Mhm.
But I don't know for any other cosmic or any other mythic if they have a helmet like this where it comes on and off. This
I
right here,
think
this was really cool.
one of the recent Mythic Legions, the not the not the wizard you have is the one that you wanted to get. He's more of like a little bit of a tan complexion.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm talking about? Is that modeled after the guy Walter Hagen from Cabal? Because it kind of look. I think that's if I'm thinking of the right guy, I could be wrong, but I think that's the
Well,
guy.
yeah, that's yeah.
He
Well,
has a
that's
beard.
Walter.
Is Walter Hagen with bald with a beard, right? Or is he not? Am I thinking of someone else?
I don't know if he's bald because every time I've seen him, he has a hat on. So, but
And
I know.
maybe I'm thinking of another like known Mythic Legion guy, but it looks like him. So I always wonder, I'm like, is that a commission? Is that one of their tributes or commissions?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for that one, I'm not sure.
You know what's funny? If someone was to offer to like make an action figure of me, I would be like, nah, like not. I would be like, if you mean like straight photographic, nah, like you can use like inspiration, but turn it into something like badass or something, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like, yeah, don't use the exact copy of me. Yeah, just do
yeah, like
something,
I
kinda
was like, it's no, I'm just like I'm gonna look out for you. It's gonna kind of looking derpy as shit, especially
I'll be like, "No, you can take creative liberty with
yeah,
my face. You don't have to do it exactly."
exactly. Yeah.
I wanted to show off. I guess it's an orc, or that's another reason why I like this figure because he comes with the
Oh,
alternate head. So
the brown orc head. Yeah, that's dope.
yeah, so
I'm so hyped for those shadow orcs, bro. Like they give me mad LOTR vibes, and I'm like, yes,
I know, and I'm just like, God, I wanted to at least get one. I didn't. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll probably get some at Legion's Con, but or maybe
yeah,
at Joe Fest if they have a booth out there, or somebody selling something at Joe Fest.
yeah. That
Um,
was my logic. I was like, let me just grab two. Then if I find myself wanting another, my usual three when I army builds, like then I'll grab one at Legion Con.
yeah, yeah. So I was saying, yeah, Walter the Mad does have a fig, but not that one. Yeah, it's I know it's the Waltor, the 2-pack that came out this past Legion's Con. So
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, maybe it's resemble him. I'm trying to remember. Yeah. But I do speaking of that, I do want to get that the one you mentioned though, that wizard. It's got
yeah.
the kind of like a red kind of chest or red chest piece.
Well, the way you described it, he's a field magician, or I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
wizard. A wizard. Yeah, he's not
right.
the librarian guy that you.
Oh,
Fill
there
in
you
the
go.
blanks.
They will be at Joe Fest. So yeah.
Nice. But yeah, is that all you
What
got, or you got any more?
what one more thing? This is mainly for Funk because I know he was kind of talking about this in our chat. Was I got the Mayfex Mandalorian version 2. So I did take out Mando already, but man, I just this stuff, of course, with everything else I have the last couple of days, because me, I just open my stuff up. I want to go ahead and take them out. But for this stuff, for Mayfex, or if it was a Mesco, I would just have OCD because man, look, I mean, just look at this. I mean,
Yeah.
so many extras, so many hands. I mean, it's just like it's
Mhm.
incredible. I was just like, I mean, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with all these.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
And what's the
it's just
difference between this version and the previous Mafex release?
I want to say it's mainly the armor. So
Oh, does he get a
it's,
change in armor between the seasons? I'm
I mean
guessing.
it's little things like this. I mean this armor piece and then this knee piece right here. That was part of the second season that he got. So the
Okay.
first one was a little bit more of a brown kind of thigh pad, and he didn't have this knee brace.
Hmm.
And the only reason why I even went after this guy was because I think we had mentioned or talked about in the past was I have the SHF figure arts Mando version 2.
And you said it's
But
issues. It was like
yeah,
break.
yeah, yeah. Basically, the little shoulder pad here. When I mean, it was a brand new seal. And I got it on eBay, but this shoulder pad, it just will not stay on. It's like it's on a little ball joint, and you have to clip it
Yeah,
in there. But the inside of the shoulder armor had like a little chip in there, so
yeah.
it barely just rested on there. So whenever I would put it on, if you just nudge it or breathe on it or whatever, it would just come off. And I'm
Ah,
sitting.
yeah,
Of course, I gotta fiddle with it for like 20 minutes, and like I
yeah,
want to get I want to get a shot off, and it's like I'm just like, so I because I think, I mean, I don't get too deep in Star Wars, even though I do, love it. I grew up with Star Wars, but still, it just I think he's just such a cool character that I can just plug him in, and I
yeah.
mean, get him in poses and just a stance, and he just works. I
And
like to work.
he's played by your favorite actor, right? Pedro Pascal. He does the voice.
Absolutely, man. Well,
Mhm.
he's in the suit, maybe 10% of the time, but
Well, P Funk was saying something. I remember he said something about there's another actor that is in the suit, and Pedro just
it's
does the voice, the
it's
voiceover.
the stunt, but then like there's scenes where he does come in, but I mean, like I said, that's what I'm saying, like 5-10% of the time
Mhm.
he's in the suit. I mean, it's not a lot, but
Yeah.
no, man. I mean, I mean, hopefully Pedro is Batman in the DCU, and we can he can basically have he can just have the whole thing, man. Mr. Fantastic, Mando, Last of Us. Yeah, I mean, just give him everything. You know, as a
you know, you,
Latino, I'm all for it.
you know who's also blowing up? Whatever her name is, Sydney Sweeney, or you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Euphoria
yeah.
girl.
Well, yeah, I asked you about that. I was like, who is this person? Because she's like in a lot of stuff all of a sudden. So,
I mean, it's crazy because like since Madam Web came out, like ironically, like I feel like she's gotten more. She blew up out of nowhere. Like I knew kind of her because of like like reels of like meme reels of her character in Euphoria. But yeah, I mean, she just popped out of nowhere, like hype wise, and like now she's in like a lot of movies that are coming out.
hmm
There's a horror
I
movie
never.
that I literally just saw a trailer for, and I was like, really, her? I was like, all right,
I know, I know,
but
I know. I saw one movie, or I think it's the guy from Top Gun. Uh, he's I don't know. It's a romantic comedy, and she's in
I know
there.
what you're
But it's
talking
like,
about. It's like
yeah,
it's something about it's something with you in it, right? YOU or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
missing you, or not
not
with you,
about you or
something.
some shit
Not
like
about,
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So like, I think I asked you about that. Like, well, is this person a thing now? So
I mean, I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie, her her assets are amazing.
Oh man.
But yeah, let's move on to the on that note, let's move on to the new releases from Toy Lines. So let's
Did anything get announced, or did
so yes, there is the McFarlane release that we still have to go over. If you want to pull up the Mezco
mhm.
TMNT figs,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
completely
and
forgot about
then
that.
also there's the Shadow.
Yeah.
he's landing right now as we speak. And then I think we already covered Dick Tracy. Yeah, they only came out with Prune Face so far. So yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
I'm
also
hoping. Yeah.
Hasbro has some releases. I believe, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I got my so the Vamp is starting to ship out. I got my notification for that, so that's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
It's
But yeah, if you want to pull up the let's start with McFarlane first, and then we'll branch off to
Mhm.
the higher end brands. Do the McFarlane wave, the Plastic Man wave. Yeah, here we go. So let's start off with, and someone pointed it out, which is correct. All basically all the figures in this wave are repaints of pre-existing sculpts. This one is from Endless Winter Aquaman.
Mhm.
I mean, I love the idea and concept, but I just don't like that head sculpt. I think they could have, went harder with it. Um,
I was never a fan of him having the hook. I don't know. I mean, I go back to the orange and green and the short
mhm.
hair and everything. So I mean,
Yeah,
I get when they were trying to make him a little bit more tougher, not like a joke. But to me,
they
that's like
had
that's
to.
I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's my Aquaman. But
Mhm.
I mean, overall, he doesn't look too bad. I wish they would do
Yeah, it's not
more
bad.
like different angles because I want to see more of the figure. So I'm sure they will when they do the like the actual store, like when he's on the shop and everything.
Honestly, like the best, still to this day, the best Aquaman head sculpt is the one that came with the Page Punchers wave. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna grab that wave just for Plastic Man, but I think like I may keep him and just like pop his head off and put the other one on because
Yeah, and I'm wondering, yeah, if you can do that with some of these. So, and that's the uh, which where was
this
it?
is a character that like for me like it was a figure as a kid, but I actually never read the comic material revolving around why the blue and red Superman. I think I may have saw like a cartoon episode about it, but if someone can explain, I mean, if you can, if
Yeah.
you're the Superman fan, you should know.
I am, but and I know it's like I've seen the character, but I don't know the lore too much with them. I mean, it's like
Mhm.
I kind of stopped in the mid '80s, man. I didn't
Yeah.
go too
Mhm.
far, or not mid '80s, mid '90s. I'm sorry, and I'm not that old, but yeah, like the mid to late '90s, early
Yeah.
2000s. I want to say is
Yeah, but
when I
he did come out in the 90s, I believe.
I think so. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Mhm. But
and
yeah, that's
then
cool. That's cool for nostalgia. This one, did they
I
even
mean,
t- did they even say which Batman they're trying to go for here? I feel like they just repainted the three Jokers Batman. We're just like, boom, here you go.
well, yeah, that was my immediate thought, but and then I was thinking somebody mentioned that I think it was
He
either
doesn't have a
here,
costume change though in Three Jokers Batman. That's why it's not
right?
him. It's not like
Yeah.
yeah. He doesn't change costumes.
Somebody I think I saw in the comments here because yeah, I was trying to see like is this 89? Like what is this? But no, I think it is based on a particular title or a particular story, but or
Mhm.
maybe more an artist's rendition. But I mean, yeah,
It could be what I'm thinking is 2000s Batman because before they dove like heavily into New 52 version of gray and black. I think his color he did wear the gold, yellow, and black color costume. So I think it might be just to give the benefit of doubt. Like, I think it might be based off that, but yeah,
so they're saying it might be in the 90s, but yeah, I'm not sure
could be
where.
90s too.
But yeah, I guess some people were complaining about the repaint. It's like yeah,
Yeah, but
so this one, I
that
mean,
one's new at least. At least that one's a new head sculpt, right? Is it actually no? I don't know because they came out with John Stewart before, right?
yeah, I saw some pics of all the Green Lanterns on Instagram, and I think that might be the same one. But I'm
Mhm.
hoping that the neck piece is green, and then I can take the Hal Jordan I'm gonna get, and then take this one and just swap the heads. Because I just that does it for me right there, man. I mean this the green on the shoulders. I mean that to me that's the quintessential Green Lantern look.
Mhm.
The Hal Jordan one, I think. See if I can find it on here. He's got the. I mean, it's the original version. Like it's when he became Green Lantern, he had that style of a suit. But it's
Right
just
there.
like, man, I just I don't like that. It just looks like he's wearing a tank top or like one of those kind of like a wife, not even wife beater, but like how some of the guys in the gym are wearing stuff now, where it's just like super super big, and it's just I don't know. I mean, Sculpt
Where
wise,
you,
everything else looks good.
you let him get his yoke on, like you know what I mean, like.
That is joke. I mean, again, good looking figure.
I mean, you're bashing tank tops while I'm wearing a tank top. Am I supposed to pick up on something?
Well, it's not that, I would like tank top. I mean, I wear them too, but it's just like, I mean, I don't know. I never like this version of the costume. I just like it like where it comes off like, because again, to me, they're supposed to be space police, and I think having the shoulder, it just looks more like a
Yeah,
cop with
militaristic. Yeah.
military. Yeah. So that's
Did you guys cover the Superman Page Punchers wave as well last week?
I don't think we did. Is it these were here?
Yeah. So I mean, if you want, you're already there, so might as well just kick it off.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, if you're a big Superman fan, like I think this looks dope. I'm definitely interested to see
Yeah.
what's the
Like Austin looks like a singlet.
what's the lore behind why he's wearing this armored suit. But that looks cool. It looks the head sculpt is not bad. It's not Jay Leno, so I'll take it.
I
Or
mean,
Ted Cruz Superman.
it just
So,
yeah. I mean, I still say Superman 1000 is probably the best head sculpt for the Superman, the repaint or the reversion they did in that 2 pack.
yeah,
Ah, this is like I don't know, man. I just
yeah. I mean, it's Page Punchers. They do their own creative spins. So like, yeah, it's either you hate it or love it. I get it. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I
Yeah.
mean the cape. I mean, I do like the cloth cape. I mean, I'm a big fan of cloth capes. So if that's the route they're going, then I'm all for that.
Mhm. The next one, this one is a must-have.
Brainiac, is it Brainiac
Yeah,
or yeah,
Brainiac. I need that. I mean, obviously, I would have loved a comic traditional Brainiac, but that's gonna be
yeah.
perfect for to mix, especially now that I'm getting that black suit. Oh, that's another release that's coming out. Mezco Black Suit Superman. So I'm
Man, but
definitely excited.
you're not even the Superman guy.
I love. Well, I mean, I love anything DC. I do. I have everything. I have all the DC variants pretty much, except for Green Lantern is the only one. I just didn't care for Hal Jordan, like, because I didn't grow up with them, so I didn't have an attachment to it. Also, it was a PX release. It wasn't like it was another like they did another release of Green Lantern straight up.
Mm,
So I left that one as it is, but I did get both versions of Wonder Woman. I got the Golden Age version. I got the modern
yep.
version. Superman. I got the initial release, and then I got the deluxe pack. Um, so I have every variant of Batman. So I was like, why don't I just get every variant of Superman? So that was my reasoning. But yeah.
Hey, Dead Man One's on here.
Oh, what's up,
Sweet,
man?
man.
What's good, man?
What's up, man?
Oh shit, nice, man. Got to have you. Nice. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. This is our 10th episode. We're still work out the kinks and stuff, but yeah, man. It's every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're on here, and we're projecting our YouTube show onto the Instagram live. So yeah,
Mhm.
if you guys don't know, tune in. But yeah, we'll keep it going. So yes, this one I thought was a win for Superman fans. I mean, I know
Yeah.
a lot of Superman fans who love Calvin Ellis or something like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yep. This is I think
Um,
they were trying, or I guess Michael B. Jordan was trying to get this off the ground. So, and this
yeah,
he still might be able to with the
yeah,
Gunverse.
yeah. I mean, I think that's a win for Superman fans. I mean,
Mhm.
some people did make complaints about the way they designed the body, but I mean, take a win when you can take a win at least, you know. The head sculpt's
I
not
got
bad. Listen, as long as the head sculpt isn't crap, like then it's a W in my book because I've seen some really bad McFarlane head sculpts. So you know what I mean. But yeah, that was cool. I wish it did come with fists. It only has open hands. That sucks if it doesn't come with fists and
you would
hands.
yeah, you would think I mean, at least yeah, for the character he needs to have this. But I guess are they complaining that I guess he's too bulky, he should be a little bit more slimmer, a little bit more
Yeah,
lean down?
I could see that.
Mm,
Mhm. The next one was this one. Yeah, this one I'll admit it wasn't a win for me. Because he looks like zombie Beast Boy, doesn't he?
yeah, yeah, that's what I was
Right?
thinking. I was like, "Is that Zod?" Like,
Yeah,
okay.
like exactly. I was like Zod. I was like, I was like, if you call it that, sure, but I'm like, that doesn't look like Zod. I'm like, that doesn't look like him at all.
I mean,
Um,
yep.
yeah, that could have been better. I'm not gonna front. I have no interest in that one. For my personal taste. But McFarlane, if you're watching, I am a huge fan. Don't take it.
He wants to get that
um,
sponsorship, man. Get that sponsorship. McFarland, there he
dude,
is, the
I would
Todd
love,
father.
I would love a McFarlane sponsor me. But you know who in our group has like a kind of. Actually, I don't want to. I don't want to say it actually if it's not public knowledge. Let me not. Let me
Yeah,
shut
yeah,
up.
yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, so yeah,
Oh, and and that,
yeah this one. So this is the reason why I'm gonna cop that wave, and I've seen actually a recent YouTube blogger whatever video about it, and the guy was articulated names. I'll say it because I'm not talking smack or anything. I'm just giving you like what literally watched last night. He was saying that like if you guys oh no, it wasn't this wave. It was a Spectre wave. He said if you buy these figs for $40 a pop just to have Spectre and just to have the monitor, you know it's
yeah.
like, it's sending a bad message to in terms of like letting McFarlane be okay with charging that much, which I could see it from that end. But he also did say, hey, if you're a huge fan of Spectre, I totally get it. So I was like, that's like
Mm.
how what a boat I am. It's like I acknowledge the poor financial issues of it, but at the same time, like I love Spectre and I have
I mean,
the
if you're a fan, you're a fan. I mean, that's the thing. I mean,
yeah,
if it costs you, then I mean, no matter the cost, I mean, it's like whatever you're willing to pay. And like if you want
exactly.
that figure, if that's your favorite, boom, you're gonna cop that. Because
Yeah,
like, I
and
mean,
like this guy is like definitely a must have because growing up when I first read DC Comics, when the first Justice League comics, I remember this like I don't know why so vividly. Plastic Man was heavily into in that story, and he was
yeah,
just he's such a dope guy because he's like a class clown, but at the
yeah,
same time like what I mean like he's like a ladies man or he's like a horny guy. He's always
yeah. I
like
mean,
he's always trying to
yeah.
flirt with girls, but I mean at the same point he also has like very powerful he has a very strong power set, even stronger than Mr. Fantastic. And they
Hmm.
explore this actually in recent comic runs, how like like it's like his body is not just as simple as hey he can stretch. It's like he can like almost like he's made of like a special material that's like related to the I believe the dark multiverse. And it's a whole like rabbit hole of stuff that like pretty much it made him like OP as hell. Like he can
Yeah.
basically turn his whole and the thing is that he can turn his body limbs not just into like a hammer or like a spike. He can turn his actual limb into like a giant meat grinder, and then his other arm he could turn it into a legit like Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like that's how crazy. That's how crazy his
Oh yeah, yeah.
whatever shifting or whatever
I mean, I was a big
stretching
fan.
stuff is.
Yeah, yeah, because I was a big fan of the cartoon in the '80s. So yeah, but he was always such a goofy character, and I had the Kenner superpowers version of him. I think
Mhm.
for that one, I think it was just the neck. I think you'd pull up. I can't remember, but he was kind of a cool character. I remember, but again, to me, it's like I see him and he just screams '80s. But I mean, that's for some, and even for me, that is kind of cool because again, it just seems like he's always going to be a relic of that time. But I mean,
Yeah,
this
they've never updated his costume. He still wears the
Yeah,
like
I mean, just he walks around barefoot, yeah, like the gymnastic uniform. So
yeah.
Beaver says, "I'm gonna need this figure." Heck yeah, man! It's like if you
And
want it,
I do like that they kept the costume, but at the same time,
yeah.
you would have guessed they would have like maybe swapped his sexuality or something to make it kind of more like cohesive. But like nah, they kept him like straight as ladies man who just rocks a unitard and it's just like oh okay cool. It's like all right, that's
It's like
fine.
it's like the muscle strong man back in the day.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the style. But so I wonder, is he gonna have? Is this like just two heads, or is it that? That's a
No,
real good
okay. So
sculpt
it
right
comes with
there.
two heads, two normal limbs, and then you get the two power limbs. The one stretching one right there, and then
Hmm.
the other one it's the noose, the rope
Yeah,
format. So yeah, that's gonna
that's
be
pretty
cool, man.
cool.
Yeah.
Man, is it crazy that I'm just like, such a geek that I'm just like I'm geeking out by the figure, but then I'm also looking at the photography, right? I forgot who man, I can't remember the gentleman's name, the artist for McFarlane, but um, he posts, he has his own page and stuff, but I'm always like, I'm just looking like, how do you do this? Like, I'm wondering if that background is from like Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man on the PS5, because you can do that. You can I mean,
Mhm.
because it's such a city, if you get high enough, you could probably do something like that. So I wonder if that's what he's using as his background screen. Even here, using that, it's just I'm just taking that, kind of just taking that in, going, oh yeah, it's like I bet you he kind of got far enough, away to get to get the cityscape, and he just had this
Mhm.
dial piece and put him on here.
Yeah.
because you can actually see the little softbox here in the lenses. So
Oh yeah, I actually wonder if in the other picture, if his whatever rope arm is actually, if he actually is wrapped around a
yeah,
diorama, pole, or if that's Photoshop. I
that
don't know.
that might be Photoshop, or that could be that's probably that's the digital background. Then that probably is a physical prop. That's probably
I
more
mean,
of a
either or,
physical.
it was a clever idea. I wouldn't have thought
Oh
of it
yeah,
myself. Like I probably
oh
would
yeah,
have done the standard. He's trying to like capture a thief, and he has his
somebody
arm
out.
wrapped around, yeah, like that. So I thought that was a a clever way of doing it. Um, but yeah, and then from this, if you want to move on to Mezco, right? Yeah, Mezco, the TMNT set, or the Black Suit Superman, or the Shadow, whichever. Pick your choice.
Yeah, man, those freaking TM turtles. Let me see if I can pull it up on here.
I'm surprised you're not over it. You're the one you're on me about oh, you're a '90s kid, you need this. And it's like, dog, I don't. I mean, yeah,
I
I need it.
mean,
I need it, but I don't like
it's one of
450
the it's one of those
bucks.
weird things where I'm just like I was a huge turtle fan. And I don't know why it just doesn't like eh, even though
Yeah, right.
as big as I was, I just don't have that calling, thankfully, because there's no I mean, because turtles are all over the place, right? You got NECA, you got
Yeah,
Mesco
Super
now
Seven.
and Super 7, all over the
Mhm.
place.
Yeah,
Um, and I would go crazy just trying to get every version out there, but I'm glad
yeah.
it's not, but these guys here. Now, I did put in the chat. If I end up copping this for you, I mean, do I get a life debt from you, like Chewbacca and Han Solo? Like, I mean, are you gonna like just take care of me the rest of my life?
I mean, you already have my life debt, bro. You've already gifted me more than I could ask for. To be real with you.
Because it's like, man, it's like, oh man. I mean, they do look good, but I guess and I know some folks have been saying like this is like the ultimate version. Maybe that's why
Honestly,
I'm
I'm
not.
not gonna like I mean, as much as I like praise Mezco, I have to be real on this. Like this is the definitive like best TMNT fix you can get, and that's me that's with no skin in the game. I'm not
Yeah,
that
yeah.
crazy about TMNT, so I'm not gonna lie or be biased about it. But as an outsider looking in, like it definitely looks the best figures I've seen. Like I've seen NECA TMNT fix, and they look good for what they are, but this is definitely like if you want like an easy shoot and not have to like edit so much to make it more look realistic. you
Hmm.
know that's why I feel like that is the whole appeal behind Mesco, is because it's so realistic with soft goods and whatever the quality of the whatever, even the plastic. It's just it's less work for you to do as a photographer, shooting and editing, you know what I mean, to make it look
Yep.
more as realistic as you try to do for the other figures.
And I think when you do see, toy photographers, take these because now they're starting to kind of just show up. I think the
And this
amazing.
pack is decked out with all
Yeah.
different costume, whatever accessories
Oh,
and
that's
stuff
cool.
from. Yeah, you have the Ronin whatever hood. You have the famous Ralphie disguise jacket. Like you have, it's just so much. It's like the ultimate. If I was a TMNT fan, I'd be geeking
Hmm?
out. To be real with you, you
Oh yeah,
know.
and I do have friends that are big turtle fans, and I just ask them like, "Hey, so you getting the 4 pack?" And they're like, "Absolutely!" Like that's not even a
Yeah.
question. Like, why'd you even ask me that? And they're
No,
just like,
seriously.
"It's
Like as a team, like if I was a TMNT fan, this would be a no brainer. Like I'm definitely I would find a way to throw up the 440 bucks. I believe it was retail with shipping. So I
yeah."
mean,
I mean, it's $100 a figure, so I mean, it's like in the grand
I,
scheme.
I still want it. I want it, but it's like what you said. It's like I don't want it enough to like at least sober, like be like, yeah, take my money.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey
man.
man, I
John
just
John
like
is John is like the tooth fairy, man. He likes to surprise with gifts.
to
But yeah, man, that's dope set. Also, if you wanna segue into the black, yeah, see, it's like it comes with all that
see
stuff.
see if I can
Black suit
find the shot.
Superman or Shadow.
So
Yeah, Shadow's fine. Now this I'll let you talk more on, because since you seem to be more familiar with the source material.
I mean, I was thinking about this because again, having a suited figure kind of um I've been looking more and more into those. Um just because they just I don't know, they just They just called to me. I mean, I am familiar with the character somewhat. I mean, I read those pulp comics, and I was kind of I had seen the movie with Alec Baldwin.
Mhm.
Um, so I mean, it just
So the thing with that
the Tommy
whatever
gun's nice.
scarf, is that sculpted on? Is that cloth?
I think because yeah, we were talking about that how you have one head that's actually doesn't have the scarf, right? So I want to
Yeah,
say
it's a
that
yeah.
is
There's a
sculpted
bonus
on
head with the scarf, so I'm like, I'm not sure. Like, it looks like cloth in that picture, but I
that
have
one.
to
Yeah.
see it. You know what I mean?
Does it have the accessories on it? Oh, that's a cool.
That's cool. Yeah,
And again, sometimes it's just the accessories, man. It's like, I mean, but
that's nice.
like the Tommy gun. See that one? That's the one thing that annoys me. I don't think any of the Tracy figures so far are gonna have Tommy guns, which is like, what? That's crazy.
Really?
It's like you gotta. I think so. I wanna. I know Pruneface doesn't. He has like a
Yeah.
almost like a machine gun from like the like World War II, which is kind of like when that it was around the same time period, but still, it just
Hmm.
you gotta have a Tommy gun.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I have that double ammunition pack, whatever from Mesco. That it comes with
mhm.
Tommy guns. Look for that on eBay. I'll send you the link. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's weapon accessories you can buy, and then you'll be situated and fine. It comes with like a bunch of guns and all that jazz. So yeah,
Oh yeah,
um,
that'd be definitely cool. Because yeah, I
yeah,
just I'm starting to get really the accessories and everything. I was playing with Proof Face today with another thing I picked up. Then I don't have it with me, but I got that McFarlane Batman 66 Dio, the Wayne Manor,
yeah.
and dude, for $35 and everything you get for that, that was
Hmm.
like holy crap. Because I finally figured out what that was because I've seen it in so many people's photos, and I was just like, what is this? Like I've seen like, is it an extreme set or is it? And then I started looking a little bit closer, like, oh, wait a minute, is this the? I remember they were making play sets, for Batman 66, and 'cause I know
Hmm.
Rob has some of them, and his, you can tell, oh, that's the Batcave. But then I looked online, and I was like, oh yeah, so they make a Wayne Manor and comes with a desk
Hmm.
and a globe and all kinds of stuff. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, it's like I'm gonna, yeah, and that would work well for characters like this. And I
yeah.
mean, I think eventually I probably will end up copping him because again, he comes from that same time period that I like, and he would look good with
Isn't he the same?
Tracy.
Isn't he as old as Dick Tracy? Right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Pretty sure.
He's
Mhm.
he's pretty. He's. I think they're around the same. Maybe he might be a little bit older. I think too. As far as when he came out. Again, he's more on the supernatural aspect of things and not kind of gritty crime nor like Tracy. But
Yeah.
you could kind of. I mean, with the ones without the scarf, you can like have those like he could go up against Tracy or go up against Prune Face and
Hmm.
yeah,
Like
wouldn't be a
knock him
big
out
deal.
like that.
Hmm.
But yeah, then if you want to go to the black suit Superman, we'll cover that. Yes, I don't know how you don't want this. Like, dude, that alone, that accessory
I
alone is a must have. Come
yes,
on.
yes. That is super cool. But I was
No,
never a
if
big
you
fan.
tell me you're not a fan of Death of Superman, we're gonna have issues here. What?
Oh no. I was, but no. I mean, well, in the death and the rebirth and everything. That's just the black suit. I was never a. I mean,
Really? Hmm.
yeah.
Well,
I mean, it was
yeah,
like I
you.
was fine.
Mhm.
I didn't really care for the mullet either, but I was just like, yeah, it's fine. I'm glad he came back, but I like the story without him. Like the reign of the Superman with Cyborg and Steel and Superboy and the
Yeah.
Eradicator. But
Hmm.
um, it was kind of cool. Like, okay, the world doesn't have
And
Superman now, so that's
that accessory alone is like so dope with
yeah,
the cyborg
yep,
Superman head.
yep.
That was good.
But it's like, but he's got these metal, like almost metal boots on. It's like, did he have that in the comic? I thought it was more kind of like all black, or it was a little bit more.
No, I think this was definitely they went for more comic accuracy. So I think he
Okay.
did because he needed to be able to fly. I remember specifically like that was his whole
Oh, okay.
issue at
So
the
we're
time.
here. Okay, so yeah, he
Oh,
does.
so they let you switch it out? Shut up.
Hey,
That's
looks like
crazy.
it.
Damn. Let's see even
Yeah.
another. Oh, look at that. Look at you.
There you go. But yeah, because I guess because yeah, the whole point of that was him to rejuvenate his powers while he's still in
Oh
recovery.
man, I'm gonna.
Which I wish Snyder had done that. I wish they had played that into the because
Yeah.
that's the
Hmm.
one thing. I mean, because I know he likes the black suit, he wants to keep in the black suit, but it's like, dude, it's like because he's wearing the blue and red while he's on Apocalypse, or Earth
Yeah.
has become Apocalypse, and it's like that should really be flipped, but you know,
Yeah,
but
honestly, I felt like his movie would have benefited better if he actually just stayed with the comic story about him coming back and not having his powers,
yeah,
because it kind of didn't make sense why Superman came back, and then after he went, like, after he like calmed down and regained his like consciousness, he just grabs a black version of his suit. It just didn't make sense. Like, why?
yeah.
No one
I
asked
mean,
him. I was like, so why the black suit now? Like, you know what I mean?
well, and they did. He just said like, well, I mean, overall, it's gonna, I'll flesh out the story if I get the chance, but it's mainly because he wanted to basically honor his Kryptonian heritage, and that's the suit that his dad wore on Krypton.
Oh, you're right. Yes.
It
Okay.
was
All
it
right.
was the black it was a black version, so I was like, okay, I get that, but it's like, I mean, story wise, I think okay, he's not fully recovered, so he needs the suit to kind of, you know,
Do
at,
I? Oh, go
to
ahead.
get
Go
his
ahead. I
powers
finish.
back. No, just to get
Yeah.
his powers back.
I hate that Snyder went on Joe Rogan's podcast and to say what he said about like the whole like stop protecting your god Batman from killing people. Da, da, da. It's like dude, Jesus. I was like, oh my god, I'm a huge Snyder fan. I'm a huge Batman fan, but I'm like, dog, you could have like worded that in a more
No,
effective and educated way. Like it was just like, because I argue with people all the time too who are like, Batman doesn't kill. I'm like, comic wise, that's debatable. I mean,
yeah,
if you want to talk about the original comics that he first premiered in,
he had a gun.
he was offing people.
Yeah,
But it wasn't
he
until a
carried a
little bit
gun.
later they went with the no kill rule. So that's the comic side of things. CBM side of things, Batman '89. Dude was killing people. He was
Yeah.
throwing goons, down sewers and off cliffs, and he didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then you have Bill Batman, and the Bill Batman one is a big trip because people are like, um, so I tell people, I'm like, listen, Bill Batman killed because how he killed was he chose not to save Ra's al Ghul at the end of Batman
Right.
Begins, and they said, well, that's not killing. I was like, wow, okay, now we're
He's
not. I was
still
like, I
he's
was like,
still
now.
dead. He's
I was
still
like,
dead.
this should be simple like logic morals. Like
Yeah.
if you choose, if I see someone about to get hit by a car and I choose and I can't, I'm able to save them, I choose not to. You're telling me I'm not yes, in an indirect manner, but I'm still killing them because
Yeah.
I'm
So
choosing not to save them.
you're
So that
somewhat
was like
responsible for that. Yeah. I mean,
that was a
yeah.
ridiculous counter argument. I'm like, dog, come on, like that's killing. It is killing. Choosing not to save is the same as as killing.
Yep. Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah, so he killed that way. But I guess it was the way Snyder, he had Batman legit like with turret guns. It was like, all right, maybe you should have like kind of did it in the more indirect way that previous
Yeah.
Batman films did it. However, I do argue with him that he was basing this off of Frank Miller's Dark Knight Batman, which is not your typical Batman. It's a very rundown, gritty, kind of shady Batman. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. Yeah.
he
Because I mean, it's
absolutely
basically
killed
Bat.
us. Yeah, he killed the source material, but his problem was that he assumed that today's CBM fans are familiar with the source material, which is not the case, and that's where he went
No,
wrong.
no, they're just going. I mean, they may know like if
Yeah,
anything, it could be like animated series too, because they know obviously he doesn't kill in
they
there.
all want animated Batman, pretty
Yeah,
much. They want animated Batman. That's what they
and it's
want.
like, or even the video game, because he really doesn't kill there; he just knocks
Oh
people
yeah.
out.
Mm.
So it's just like I think they get that sense like that's where they're getting their knowledge from, and just Batman doesn't kill. But it's like, well,
Batman
I
doesn't
mean,
kill you, but those
he'll
hospital
let you.
bills will.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh
Dude, and even
man,
the video game, he was really beating the brakes off of his people.
yeah. Oh, yeah, even in the Batman with Pattinson,
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
pummeling people, man. It's like they're gonna be.
It's like, yeah, you're not
I
gonna
mean,
die, but you're not gonna be able to walk walk
yeah.
again. It's like really people.
It's like
But yeah,
I choose death. Yeah, I choose death. Compared to like that Dr. Brown when get when it come out because it's going to be like the thousands.
yeah, but so I mean, yeah. So the way Snyder said it on the podcast was just like, I was like, dude, you really could have just said this in a more effective way. If you were really a diehard, if you're really trying to stick up for the character and like that, he should be a little bit more, not as black and white. I get it, but you could have said it in a more educated manner and not just.
Yeah,
It almost seemed very very gaslighting and clickbaity. It was like, dog, you didn't have to say it like that. You obviously wanted to like trend for that. Um, But
I
yeah,
mean, the one thing too with the Superman, I mean, just to cap off the Snyder stuff is just the, I mean, and I really do prefer a Superman who's a little bit more hopeful, I guess, and that's the only thing. And Cavill could do it. I mean, he could have knocked out the park. It's just what he was given,
yeah,
and it's like I got tired of just seeing him kind of just all sad face and just like, oh, woe is me, and this burden's too big, and what am I
yeah,
supposed to do, and this and this and this. It's like I get it. You want to humanize your heroes, and I mean I'm all for that story to go there, but it's like, okay, man, kind of lighten it up. Can we see him smile a little
yeah,
bit? Could he,
yeah, yeah,
can he just like kind of just sit there and just like smile at the camera and be like, hey, Superman's here to save the day. Leave the like depression stuff, or leave the stuff the sad stuff to Batman. It's like, oh,
yeah.
my parents died 40 years ago. It's just like, yes, we know. Yes, it was 40 years ago, man. Get over it. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, but yeah, but well, you're gonna get that with the new Superman. He definitely looks chipper.
Hey, we'll see, man. We will see with Superman Legacy coming July 11th, 2025. I think that's the actual date. I think it's 7/11.
Oh man, and then they delayed the Batman 2026 as
And
well.
that's the
Matt
uh
Reeves, Matt Reeves
ru-
Patterson Batman.
the sequel. I thought because
Yeah, the
there's
sequel.
also,
Yeah, not the DCU Batman, the Batman. Batman
yeah,
Brave Bold. I don't. I'm gonna assume that's pushed to 2027 or something.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. If you want to pull up this week's showcase feature that we have,
Absolutely.
yeah,
This is
pull up his page. But yeah, man, that Superman, that whole like cape, you know, what I mean, that whatever pole, Superman pole cape thing. I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be a great accessory to put in like
Oh
one of
yeah.
the figures. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, definitely, definitely. I didn't know it came with that, so I may have to look out for that accessory.
I feel like that's a figure that's gonna go, that's probably gonna go cheaper down the line on Amazon.
You think? Probably.
Yeah, I really think that. I only let it run because I already pre-ordered it, so I'm like, might as well. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. I do want to get the classic blue and like the classic blue suit
Oh,
version.
the
That
steel
just,
box. Yeah,
yeah, I see that all the time in photos. Like, oh man, I gotta get that guy.
it's really good. Yeah.
So this is
Yeah, you want to do some? This is
yeah, posable art, posable underscore art. Saw his stuff while I was looking for our showcase, and man, this dude does phenomenal work. And only 3,000 followers, man. We gotta get that. We have to get that up. Because I
mhm.
mean, and he is a Las Vegas Raiders fan, so I have to give. That was a little bit of a little bit of a like kind of getting the
So let
judges
me
to
ask,
decide.
how do you guys feel? Because like, I'm not a sports guy, so by all means, educate me. But like, this is what we went through as like we used to have the New Jersey Nets, but then Jay Z bought them and made them the Brooklyn Nets.
Yep,
But
yep, yep.
or like the Jets should be a New Jersey team, but it's a New York team.
Yeah,
How
yep.
does that play? That like now that's a more recent change for you as a sports fan. It used to be what
To me,
it was the Oakland Raiders, and what they switched to the Las Vegas. Like as a California, does that make you detach, or are you
well, I'm
still a
not.
ride or die?
That's the thing. I'm from Texas. I'm not a Californian, so
Oh, why did I listen
my
to
my
California? Okay.
my which I mean, I get that all the time though, because like you're a Raiders fan, you live in Dallas. It's like, shouldn't you be a Dallas Cowboy fans? I mean, I do support the Cowboys. I just don't like Jerry Jones. I hate Jerry Jones, and it's like he just,
Mhm.
oh, I mean, just the way he does stuff, I just not a fan. But I'll support the local team. But my team is the Raiders, and my family comes from the like my dad's side of the family comes from California, from San
Oh,
Jose, that
okay.
area, and they were Raider fans. So when I was very little, I saw the symbol, I saw the shield with the eye patch. I was like, that's my team. That's my team right there. And at that time, they were the LA Raiders. Now, previously, they were the Oakland Raiders from like the 60s through the 80s, and then or in the early 80s, and then early 80s they went to LA through up until like the mid 90s, then went back to Oakland, and
That's
then
that's annoying. Like the fact that you can just like switch teams like that. You know, like they're whatever
the
state they
cities.
represent. That's annoying. I gotta
I
say
mean,
that.
it's there. I mean, you could. There's tons of documentaries and drama around that, just because. I mean, it caused a big fracas. But it's just like, I mean, it. Then you get into like the whole taxes and like building a stadium and this and that. That's all the previous owner wanted, was just a state of the art stadium, and the city of Oakland just was not going to flip the bill. They weren't going to do it. So okay, well, I'm going to LA, and they said they're going to build me a stadium, and then they say they're not going to do it. Okay, well, I'm going back to Oakland. They said, they're going to do it. Finally, Las Vegas said, you know what, we're going to get you that stadium. And so
Mm.
he, his son,
I
because
mean,
he
is that
passed.
really applicable? Because New York Giants and Jets, they play in New Jersey, but you don't see you don't
Well,
see
I
the
mean,
owner,
say,
you don't see the owner trying to switch New York to New Jersey.
well, again, I mean, it's he's got MetLife Stadium out there, so it's just it just works out. I mean, same with Dallas. I mean, they were in Irving. It's a suburb in Dallas, just a little bit south of Dallas.
Mhm.
But they play now. They moved the new stadium they have a couple, years ago. They got in Arlington, which is again technically it's not part of Dallas. It's not Dallas. It's like
Yeah,
it's a different city.
outside. Yeah.
And so it's just like and we're getting the World Cup here, so that's causing a lot of friction when you say, "Oh yeah, World Cup is coming to Dallas." Like, no, it's coming to Arlington, but they don't want to say that they want to say that it's coming to Arlington because really nobody knows where that's at. You
Mm.
say Dallas, like, okay, yeah, Dallas, I get that,
Yeah, I
but
get it. I get it. I'm from Schleswig, New Jersey, so I get it. But yeah,
but
pop
when
open the first pick of pop. What was it? Possible posable art, I believe is his name. Yeah,
posable
posable art.
art,
This picture was
pose,
dope. I'm glad that Four Horsemen featured this on their page. I believe.
yes, yep, yep.
It's yeah. I loved how he illuminated the halo, whatever it's called, on
So
the
that's
back.
what that is. I know you mentioned that. I was trying to find a picture of it, but I was like, oh, let me just pull this
That's
up
what
because
that
yeah,
is.
that's
Yeah. Hmm. That looks dope
man.
as hell. I like the way and I love the way he popped out the eyes. That's cool.
Hmm.
And he didn't even have to do the shooting bow pose. He went with more of a simple but yet
Yeah, yeah. He's
effective
just like
shot. Hmm.
he's about to cast something.
Exactly.
And so yeah, digital background. Man, he makes that so seamless though. That's so. I mean, because again, just got to be out of focus. You just need something in the back that can kind of give you the feel that you're in this world.
Hmm.
And he's got the little Yolanda light going into a balance board. Got a little top light here.
So when people do
Yeah.
that, is that to soften the light more?
Yeah, so a bounce board, it's basically you bounce light off it. So if you don't want a direct
Yeah.
light on your figure and give a little bit more harshness, you want to give a little bit of a softness. Yeah, you just take the light and shoot on a bounce board and pop it that way, and then get it. That's how he gets this soft kind of you
Gotcha.
know not a real harsh light. So it's just that or and I do that, or sometimes I'll run it through a gel filter, like a
Mhm.
diffusion filter, to kind
Yeah.
of take off some of that softness. But I mean, because he's also using a silicone cover here as well, so he's adding double of that,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
breaking it down.
I just use the silicone cover and I call it a day. I don't do the
Yeah,
bounce
I mean,
bounce
I
thing.
mean, bouncing helps again because if you don't want, because again, it gives you that feel like that light's coming from this like there's like some sort of fire or something going on
Yeah.
here, and it's just giving you
Hmm.
that light hint. But no,
Yeah.
that's a real good shot. This Conan one, that's a hell of a good angle. I mean, a hell of a pose too. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's perfect. You look at that. Can you
Not
zoom in on?
sure.
Are you able to zoom in on Conan?
I don't
I
know
just
if I
want to see it
can.
more. I just want to see how he got to double wields and stuff.
I think no, I don't think it's gonna let me on here. I gotta figure out. I keep saying that, but I always forget. Because next time
Nah, no worries if you can. I was just curious. No worries.
but I mean, I thought you could do a double pose on there, or is it just really hard to get
No,
that on?
you can, but I just wanted to see how smooth he did it. But yeah, nah, that's good.
Oh wow. So yeah, he may have used maybe some um shoot, what's it called? Generative fill in Photoshop to kind of add that expand the set here.
Yeah.
And then that's a cool dial piece. But yeah, he's got and the same thing to remove it,
Mm.
the stand here. God, man, that'd
I
be
gotta learn.
yeah.
I gotta learn that. I don't know how to do that for this life for me.
Dude, it's simple. I mean, if you have Photoshop, I know I mean, with Photoshop, all you're doing is going in here and just snapping your little, like the little pen tool, just
But
so you can select.
so like how are you? So if actually Chris did had a good example. He was holding up one of his gladiators up with a metal stand,
Mhm.
and I was wondering. I was like, well, this metal pole is blocking a certain portion of the figure. When you remove it, how are you able to then now see what was behind the pole?
That's the beauty thing about generative fill. It's like it's using AI to fill in that spot for it.
Oh, okay, okay.
So, I mean, before they had content aware fill, but you could see it kinda be a little bit fuzzy, and it was kinda
Yes.
taking parts around that because you wanna kinda take as much not as close to the stand as possible, maybe get, outside of it to actually make it think that it can take those areas to fill in
Yeah.
the space, right?
Mhm.
Generative fill really, I mean, it does all I mean, again, does all that work for you, and you get, like, a couple options, on, like gives you like 3 options. Again, just like any kind of AI tool, it gives you a little, gives you some
Oh, okay.
example, and
Mhm.
then you can select which one you want. I need to do a video of that,
Yeah,
one
you're
like,
gonna, you're gonna, you're gonna have to show me on the side because I definitely I'm
yeah,
interested in
just
learning
do like
this.
a screen recording and just show how I mean, just go in step by step because
Yeah,
it's a really, really cool tool. And it's like, yeah, you can do so much with it now. Like,
yeah. Now I would love to be able to do flight poses. I obviously I just stick with the ground poses, but yeah.
dude, this mall right here. I
Is
don't,
that
man.
what is that Hot Toys or is what is it? What version is that?
I think, yeah, this is Hot Toys.
Nice. I was about to say that looks really good. If that's a 112 scale figure.
Yeah, no, no. We were talking about this when I was talking with Post about it. Yeah, he said that's like it's just one of his favorite figures to shoot. He couldn't figure out which ones he wanted to which photos he wanted to submit for the showcase. And I was like, dude, that mall one's really good. And I need to ask him, dude, this thing with his eyes. I wonder. I've seen some people able to do that. I haven't figured out quite how to yet, but I may ask him on the side. But it's like that is cool. I mean that little corner look there, and he gives it, brings up the brightness on the eyes. I mean
So
that is so cool.
so I'm sure there's probably whatever a more fancier or like technical way of doing it, but the way I do it is that I'll add in the light effects from the app FX or whatever it's called. I'll put
Mhm.
the lights, and what I'll do is I'll the whatever the not the thing that makes it less more transparent. You know what I'm talking about? It
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
it,
yeah.
yeah. I use that and I make the light a little bit more transparent, like halfway, and that allows the pupils to be shown with the light
Oh,
glow
that's cool.
because obviously the flares are very like blinding, like powerful.
Yeah.
So to soften it, that's why I just lower the or up the transparency of
Mhm.
it. You know what I mean? So that way I did that for my Valak, the nun pick, and I was ready.
Okay.
I was like pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh shit, I did it. I got the same, because I saw other people doing it. I was like, how are they doing that? And I figured it out. I was like,
Mhm.
how to do my way. I was like, oh shit, nice.
It's always cool when you can figure stuff out like that, man. It's like, and then it takes your game to another level because then you go, okay, you got a little trick that you can have in your tool bag that you can always pop
Mhm.
out whenever you wanna use that. So, but definitely a good pick here. Just standard portrait, but still, I mean, you're telling so much with the story and everything. I mean, that's just he just
Yeah.
got his arms folded, looking down. Yeah, just Maul's such a good character too. I mean, it's. I wish they had been more
He
of a
he he
big
he was
deal.
he is criminally underused, and I don't
Yeah,
care. People can fucking rave about, oh, he was in the Clone
yeah,
Wars,
yeah,
blah blah blah. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah, it was a fucking cartoon, bro. Not everyone wanted to watch the cartoon version of Darth Maul. I wanted to
yeah,
see live action him kick ass. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I wish he had maybe lasted at least into the second film or even the third. I mean, and
I mean,
got in.
why did George Lucas decide to introduce this cool character just to kill him off in like like a 15-minute fight? It's like, are you fucking serious
Yeah,
right now?
I don't know. I just that was one of the one of the many shortcomings with the
He kept
Phantom Menace,
repeating it
but
too. He did the same thing with the second one. He introduced General Grievous, which everyone was like, "Oh, cool, he looks dope." Then he
yeah.
dies in like 2 minutes. Like, what the? It's just
Yeah,
like
and people were like, "Well, I mean, he was in Clone Wars. He was in like the
yeah,
prequel
no.
stuff, leading up to episode 3." But it's like, well, I didn't watch that. I barely
I don't
watched
care
that.
if it's canon or what bullshit excuse. I want to see those characters live action. I don't give a fuck how Disney does it. Do it, like, you know what I mean?
Yep, yep. This
That
is.
is nice. I like that.
I'm
I
just trying to
keep
think of.
forgetting about that technique to use the I forgot what it's called, but it's an amorphic light or whatever. That circle
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
Sebzilla, that's it, like he loves doing that. I keep forgetting about
Hmm.
that trick to just blow it up and make it a frame.
That's so
Nice. He's
cool.
doing the bounce off thing. Nice.
Yep, yep, yep. And then just have the top light here, and then got the cool. I was like, oh man, is that a dial? Because if it's a dial, I would be so. I thought maybe it was a screen, but if it's a dial, I would be so kind of like, I want that. I need
I wish they made I know what kind of I use the same stance as he does. I wish they made him a little bit like not like giant, not
the,
like obviously not like ring light big, but like I want it like a little bit taller so that way I can
these kind of
have it.
stands.
Yeah, that way I can
Okay.
have it towering over instead of like kind of like at a like slight upper angle.
Hmm. Yeah, actually, what I use on my table, I just basically it was the arm solution, the arm little little. It's got a clamp, and then it's got like an
Yeah.
arm that goes up and then goes up like that, and then
Mhm.
that's my top light. I just screwed that on the little the arm that kind of goes off like
Mhm.
this.
Yeah.
So and it works well. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks good with that. But man, that's crazy how he was able to get this. I wonder, is her hand in there or yeah, I guess her hand is there, but you can't. I guess he I don't know. I thought that was just part of the figure and he just, brined it up and
Exactly. Yeah.
kinda but I don't know if that is or not. I see her hand there, but it
Does she
doesn't
have a white? She has a white hand, I think, right?
does she?
That's your type of figure. I figure you would be the expert on that one.
I mean, I like mythics, but I'm not, I mean, ingrained with it. I
you
should
you
be, but I just
you love ladies, so you know. What I mean,
I this one is nice. I think I've and this is from the Poxes? No, it's not Poxes.
boxes, boxes, yeah.
It is from Poxes
Hmm.
Wave?
That's boxers.
Oh, she's one of the evil wizards.
The
Okay.
evil witches, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. I had to pick her up then.
That was the one that I kept sending you all those screenshots of people
Yeah,
complaining about
yeah,
the legs. Yeah,
yeah, about it breaking and stuff. I was gonna show you like, oh yeah, I can take the arms off here because on my figure. Let's see here. Oh, that's the
nice.
guy. Samir, that's the guy. That's the guy I just got. Yeah, you can't go wrong with the green with
I, was-
Samir.
I saw Dorkler's review, and he said something about like the cape isn't too posable to his liking. Is that a similar like whatever? I wouldn't say complaint, but similar,
I mean,
desire that you
yeah,
have.
yeah, yeah. I mean, for me, it's like uh, it's doable,
Hmm.
but it does kind of flare out quite a bit. It's kind of hard to
Hmm.
kind of keep it tucked in. And maybe that's what he's
Tapered,
talking
yeah.
about.
Hmm.
And I can see that being annoying, but yeah, I'm fine with it. Actually, I probably well, he has the hood doesn't come off, or it's part of the cape, so I'll probably have to keep it on. But I do like the figure just without it. When I had him without it a couple times, he looked pretty
If
cool.
your cape ever whatever comes undone or whatever, I have again use my tailor person. She could probably hook you up with a a pretty quality comparison to it.
Cool, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I like the second head
that's
sculpt
nice.
that has these markings, and he just he brined them up, kind of brought them
That's something you
into.
really have to like. That's something you definitely have to do on the desktop and like actually like
Oh
go
yeah,
through it. And yeah, I was
yeah,
about to
because
say
I
I was like, you did it too, right? You
hmm?
highlighted the tribal symbols. I was like, damn, you definitely need a mouse for that shit. There's no way you can
Yeah,
finger that thing.
yeah, to do that in the eyes, yeah, it takes a little. I mean, it doesn't take too long of a time, but it can be time consuming to
Mm.
do that. And then yeah, just the light here, and of course he has the
A nice one
he
with
has his,
a direct shine. That's nice.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that's dope. Is this magic? Is this wand? I mean, whatever staff. Is that like a medicine symbol? What is that?
I don't know. I gotta look
It
at
look
mine
right. You
because
know
I
what I'm
think
talking about? It looks like the
yeah,
ambulance
yeah,
symbol.
yeah, yeah. I thought about that when I took it out and I was looking at it. I'm so
Mhm.
worried, and we were talking about earlier how we just stack our figures and have them packed. That's something that I am worried about because I do have them in my bin. I'm worried that that staff is gonna just snap if he's like under the
Yeah.
weight of a whole
Mhm.
bunch of figures. So I definitely need to reorganize my my setup. But
I think
I like this.
I don't know how I'm gonna do it, to be honest. With you. I think I'm gonna try. I have two storages. I think I'm gonna put the more delicate ish figures in like that one, and then while like all the regular typical builder types, I can just kind of carefully layer it maybe. But I don't know. I gotta cross that bridge when I get to it. That's the one you
Awesome.
want.
Yes, yes, yes.
You
That's this is
you want a Latino Wiz. You want a brujo.
well, Samir's kind of dark skinned too. I was surprised
Is
because
he?
you would
Oh.
think, yeah, yeah, he's a little bit, he's a dark skinned wizard, but yeah, definitely this guy. Oh man, it just God, just like the little hint right here. I guess he's supposed to be like in a cold area, and he's got the
Yeah,
blast. And I think that is, I think that is his blast effect, right? Or his little magic effect that comes with them, the little
yeah,
ring.
but he obviously decked it out with all
Oh, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah. I
effects, and
mean,
then he
but it
used.
meshes well.
It looks like he used a light at what it's called ethereal snow effect, and
Mhm.
then put that on, and he may have made it transparent, to
Yep,
blend it in. But it looks good. I love
yep.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this figure looks so freaking dope, man. I want to get him. And I just there was so much coming in. I just I couldn't
Yeah.
get him when Rob is out there at Zolocon. I was like, because they had Poxes out there, so I was like, just give me Samir for right now, and I'll be good.
Nice. What is that? What is that? A woman? Is that a succubus?
I have no idea. And this is Joker, right? Mesco Joker,
Gaslight. Yeah, Gaslight Joker
Gaslight
from
Joker.
Batman.
Yeah.
I love that version. It's such a cool Jack the Ripper kind of like
Yep.
figure.
And see that? Yeah, I've seen this dial too. And it's like
Mhm.
it's cool how he has that incorporated, and man, really, really good shot. Yeah, I can't tell what that is there a close to, no, it's just his camera shot. Yeah, I'm not sure what's in the center there, but I mean it looks spooky. I mean he's got the effect. Definitely has that pulled
Prop it
off.
up, make it look like he's looking down. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
hmm See, I like that he did the cutoffs. Like, some people are very obsessed with showing the whole figure. Like, I like that style
Mhm.
where like you kind of like it's more cinematic when you do the cut. When you cut off a little
Oh yeah.
bit. Yeah, that's what I do sometimes. When I do like up close shots, like
Mhm.
I don't care to show off like the full weapon. I'll just cut it off like halfway or something.
Oh, this
Nice.
is so good.
Belphegor. He has a bunch of dwarfs.
Oh, so awesome. Kind of reminds me of the of Tim Curry from Legion, that character.
hmm Damn, he has a nice dioramas. I like that.
I know. Yeah, I've seen, so that's like the main one. It seems like he works with the back gate, but then he has all these little pieces here that kind of fill in. I need up my dial game, man. It's like I
Honestly,
got
yeah, I was gonna say, like, I was like, a lot of photographers that we feature are so creative with how they do their setups, and I feel so lazy whenever I see their behind the scenes because I'm like, well, they did this great picture out of that, and here I am like bitching and moaning over, you know what I mean, like not having enough variety of dioramas to just put the figure on and shoot and not have to worry about
Yep.
propositioning and da da da.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
when I shoot, I'm kind of simple. I have a ring light. I have that as like my kind of like moonlight or with sunlight to
mhm,
go down on the figure, and then I have a background panel for a different color, and
yeah.
then I have blue light with the silicone diffusers on to aim whatever whatever side I want shined on the figure. So
Mhm.
I'm more on the simple side of
Yeah,
it.
I mean, and me, I go back and forth. Sometimes I may do some complex lighting or some, something that a little bit more, I don't want to say cinematic or something, a little bit more mood lighting. But then sometimes I just do some simple stuff. Like if it's just
Yeah,
supposed to be like in a, like in a city, or if it's supposed to be like in a, if it would be in a brightly lit like space station, okay, it's gonna be, I'll have more lights.
yeah.
So
What I've been trying to do is trying to like not be so obsessed with getting this whole dark, moody image. Now I'm just like I'm more acceptable if I shoot something a little more on the brighter side, like let's say like more of a daylight type of shot. I'm like,
yeah,
just let it be.
it's like,
but
man, it's like this. I wonder how.
that this is daylight and very atmospheric. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, did he say what this character was? Because this
Those
is like
those
so. I mean, this
pauldrons, that's Sir with the O, again, I don't know how to pronounce
Owen,
his name.
Sir
Sir
Owen,
Orwin
Owen,
Ordwin. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's
or
him. But he slapped on different pauldrons. I don't
yeah, I was
know.
about to say that. Yeah, that doesn't. I've seen this night version, but yeah, that's the. Those don't look like his, but they look so freaking cool, man. I mean,
Yeah.
like he is like a general going into battle, and then you got the Valiant Knight with like the. That's probably the Mask of the Red Death back there.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
The hood. I mean, he's probably just draped the hood over the figure,
hmm
but really nice atmosphere. Again, just get that little hint that there's some sun, it's like maybe the early morning sun or,
Exactly.
something around there. Got these little fire sparks here. I'm so bad about that too. I see them in photos and it's like, oh, it looks
Yeah.
so easy. You kind of just drop it in there. But when I do it for mine, I'm like, it doesn't really fit. I don't know if this is
Yeah.
like, it just doesn't. I don't know. I go back and forth when I try and use those.
Nice. Gaslight Batman. That's dope.
Gaslight Batman. Yeah.
He used
A
the
little
blood
fun.
effect from Mask, and then he used the accessories from Gaslight Joker right there.
Psh.
That's why you need to buy more mescals, bro. I keep telling you, like, you know what I mean, like,
I mean,
there's they give you so many more photography options. I'm just saying, like,
whoo, man, this is good. Holy crap.
nice.
And see, I love when I see photos like this, like interaction, like the figure interacting with, that he probably just put that on his no, next to his Christmas tree and then just shot it.
Hmm.
And it's like, man, it looks so freaking cool. So, I mean, just so real.
Yeah,
And it's like
definitely. Ooh, Vorgus.
glorious.
I love the eye lighting. That's dope.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have
Yeah.
thought to do that, to be honest.
I I try
I
I
did shoot
incorporate
him. I
that.
didn't do it. I didn't do any special
Oh, you
lights.
did?
I did a blood mist actually on mine.
That still works.
Yeah, so that's nice. I like that.
So he's got the light back there, and then yeah, digital background here, and then this
I wonder like
physical dial.
what's his output frequency. Like I feel like maybe he spends like a good amount of time on setting these shots up. I don't know. He makes it looks like easy, but at the same time, I know some photographers that they can only do like 1 to 2 shots a week because they're doing so much focusing on setting it up and get everything situated. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know. I know for
Right.
me,
Mhm.
it's like shoot, like I knocked out I think 3 shots today, 3 setups. It all depends. I mean, if anything, it's the post editing that I do that kind of takes a little while, longer. From like the time that I shot, I shot this guy today, and I posted him in the Discord, and it's like I don't know if I don't know if that's gonna be the picture that I post on Instagram. So it's like I still want to do
Mhm.
some editing, maybe do some light rays in the photo I took of him, but um, yeah, I just it's all kind of everybody's, it's their preference. I mean, again, could take a while, but me, because I work from home, and maybe that's another thing too. Yeah, maybe he has to go into the office, or
Yeah.
I know he has a family, so got to have family time, kid time and stuff. So that takes me, I got time to shoot. That's why I just knock it out. Like I'm just like right now I got like almost 300 in light in my Lightroom
Jesus.
thing. So it's just yeah, and I got like five of these with him. So
But why don't you
already,
post like you don't feel like a need to like get them out of your archive, your storage?
I do because then as like say I don't post him for a week or so, or if I wait too long, and then everything kind of just goes to the bottom of the to the bottom of the list.
Hmm.
Like and then I'll go back and look at those photos of I got of him or anybody else. I'm just like, you know what? I'm not really digging that. Not really digging that photo I took, even though I thought it was great
Hmm.
a week ago because I have so many,
Oh,
in the
really?
queue.
So you purge, you delete stuff that you already worked on?
I won't purge it. I'll save it to like my cloud storage, but I'll get it off
Hmm.
my Lightroom uh the actual library
Library,
because
yeah, your library thing. Yeah.
yeah, because it eats up storage there in Adobe. So then I
Hmm.
want to get off of that. So like right now I'm close to 300. So I try and drop that down maybe to 250. So I'll
Damn.
go in and because there's stuff I shot months ago and I haven't used it. They're just sitting there. I'm thinking but I like to keep it, especially during vacations because vacations.
It sucks that like the way Instagram is wired is that you can't post multiple times a day and expect to have the same
Right.
success. That's
Yep.
what sucks about it. Because if that wasn't a factor, I'd be posting multiple times a day. But it's the fact it's like after one post, like your traction is less, more likely.
Yep. Yeah, that's why I try and stick it just to once a day. I know some people only do maybe once or maybe like twice, 3 times a week, and it's just to try and beat the algorithm. It's like is that I don't know. I mean, I like posting once a day. I think because again that helps at least get a lot of my stuff out of
Yeah.
the queue.
Hmm.
This is the Vorgus 2 head. Man, this is so good.
I love those exclusive gummy like translucent heads. Like I love those.
Hmm.
That this one that came with the Vorgus exclusive and the one that you helped me get the Demistros with the green
Demetrios, yeah. Yeah.
head. I was like, because I was looking at the standard version they have the in stock sale. I was like, dog, nah, that green head like not for me at least. That green head and the green hands. It comes with green hands too.
Yep, yep,
It
yep.
makes that figure for me. I don't know. Personally, I love that color. So
Yeah, and for me, it's like, man, like we're talking about that. It's just I got a couple photos of Demetrios, and it's like I just haven't posted them. It's like, but they were like from like months ago, and it's like,
yeah.
because I'll go through there and look. Oh, I didn't even post anything on Demetrios. I've had him since PowerCon. It's like, what the heck?
Hmm.
So that's just funny how that works.
Hmm.
But man, that's
But no, I was gonna say we're actually a little past the
yep,
cutoff mark if we want to wrap it up. But
yep.
yeah, everyone check out our featured guest this week, Posable Art does, as you can see, does great and impeccable work. So yeah, man. I mean, 2,000 followers is this not to be superficial about it, but I'm just saying it's a pretty substantial following. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is. But I mean, we need. I mean, but for him, I mean, he should be like in at least in the 10K, man. I mean,
Dude,
that's
I mean, I forgot where like this was discussed, but it's just a proven fact that as like toy photographers, like Instagram makes it so much harder
oh yeah.
for us to showcase our work. It's so weird. It's like the weirdest shit. You can post like literally like the most vile, disgusting, explicit stuff on Instagram, and they will like promote it and let it, you know what I'm saying, let it have more of a reach. You post a
Hmm.
picture of a toy, it's like God forbid. It's just like I don't get it. I really don't. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know either, man.
But
It's yeah.
uh, but yeah, man. But yeah, but yeah. So we'll cap it off for tonight. So everyone who tunes in, again, every week, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, we host our YouTube show, Geeked Out Live. Every week, we feature a different random member of the toy community to promote on our page, and as we did feature their work on our YouTube show. All you have to do to participate in that is use the hashtag Geeked Out Click in your post, and then we just choose randomly who to showcase for that day. I'm sorry, for that week. And of course, if you just want to help boost your picks visibility, all non-toy, non-members are allowed to shoot over, sorry, invitations as collaborators to Geeked Out Click, and then me or the main guy who runs the page, Garth, will go in and accept your invitations. Uh, we may we may not do it every single time because again there is a high volume of these requests. So, but we do our best to make sure we cover everyone. So just be patient if it doesn't get touched in a couple of days. We have a big backlog. So but yeah, do that. And also, for you guys interested in the show or Discord, these links are in our bio on our group page. If you want to visit our YouTube page, please subscribe. Or if you want to join our Discord group and just have a nice lobby chat room to talk with other toy collectors and toy photographers, that's also a medium platform out there for you guys. But with that said, thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great week and a great night, and I'll see you next week.
Later.
Peace.
Peace.
Take care.